سوري. مساء النور. ويلكم هيمو. اوكي ما ارسل مدري اليوتيوب ما ارسل الجديد صح؟ مدري الديسكورد. كوبي احطه في الديسكورد للشباب بس. أنا الحمد لله بخير. معلش تأخرت شوية اليوم عليكم زيادة. أخبارك أنت يا هيم؟ كيف كل حاجة؟ أوكي قتلنا ثاندر جو قبل شوية. كانت تعتبر من قبل شوية اللي سويتها أنا. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. ويلكم باك أبو بكر. وخلصنا على مجموعة ودخلنا داخل شيء اكتشفنا هو اللي يسوي الروبوتات هذه الكلو السنو كلوك ايش اسمه اتوقع. معاي انتو. وصلنا الآن إلى المتشيطن. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. ويلكم باك حارة. اكتشفنا أن المتشيطن الآن أنه هذه الروح السبيريت هي عبارة عن ذكاء اصطناعي، والمتشيطن عبارة عن فيروس دخلها. هذا اللي أنا توصلت له الآن. ممكن أكون غلطان. ويلكم شباب. لايكات لايكات. الذكاء الاصطناعي هذا تم تصميمه عشان لا يثور لا يثور البركان. هذا اللي أنا فاهمه يعني.
To any human responder, the reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the spirit was trying to tell us.
It's been looking for a way to defeat the daemon. We may have found one.
November 28th. Operation Enduring Victory is all over the news. The Pharaoh swarm is coming. It has to be what Anita is trying to hide Firebreak from. But that means she thinks we'll lose. That the swarm will reach Yellowstone. My God. In that scenario, pretty much everyone dies. Everyone except for the Cyan.
اعرف ذي
Machine
الحركات.
parts. Dumped here to be melted down. Efficient.
We need to get across that gap.
Yeah. Looks like I'll have to go over.
اعرف ذي الحركات اللي يعطوك طاقة ويعطوك كل شيء، يعني راح تنجلد قدام.
I can get out of this.
سراج. ايوه، واخباركم بعد؟ ماذا عملتوا في هذا الوقت الذي تركتكم فيه؟ هل تعشيتون؟ اوه اوه، هدي هدي هدي. أم أنكم ما زلتم مشغولون؟ ايلوي، ما هذه المسخرة يا ايلوي؟ أكلت وشغلت أغاني. إيش تسمع الأغاني اللي تسمعها؟ بالعافية أول شيء. ثاني شيء إيش الأغاني اللي تسمعها؟ اوه، سرعة. اوه،
Sideways too.
راب ليبي او اشعار ليبية، ما ادري ليش ما ارتاح الا مع هذا النوع. راب ليبي. interesting. هل ممكن انا افهم الكلام اللي يقولوه ولا يعني ولا ما تتوقع؟ ما اذكر سمعت راب ليبي، سمعت راب مغربي ما افهم عليهم وش يقولوا. سمعت راب مصري، سعودي، خليجي بشكل عام، يعني عراقي، بس ليبي ما اذكر مر علي مرة. اوكي ارسل لي خل اشوف. انا ماني فاهم وين راح وين المكان اللي المفروض اروح الحين. ممكن احد يدلني؟ ولا قصدهم ارجع فوق هناك مرة ثانية؟
Please.
ما استفدت شيء، مو من هنا. اي خلاص خلاص. سرعة. والله ودي انه انا اساعدكم، انتظروني بس شوي، انا ابي افهم انا وين رايح اصلا. مو من هنا. Are you joking?
Things don't look too stable.
والله حر الشرقية. 23 اعتقد الحين. الجو حار مش مرة، يعني الاسبوع الجاي راح تنزل تحت 10. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. ويلكم باك احمد. الاسبوع الجاي راح تنزل تحت 10. اليوم اقل شيء اعتقد 20. من الاسبوع الجاي لو انت في رفحة كان ايش؟ فوقك 10 بطانيات الحين من جد. والفروة اهم شيء، الفروة صدقني ما تحس بقيمة الفروة الا لما تروح مكان بارد كذا. اللي يسأل ايش الفروة، هي شيء مثل البشت، اوكي، بس ثقيل مرة. يكون اذا مو غلطان من جلد الخروف او الماعز، الداخل طبعا اللي فيه. بس الان طبعا يعملون منه بوليستر والخرابيط هذه. لا درجة الحرارة 6 عندكم. لا الحمد لله، الله ستر علينا.
All right, time to grab a ride.
الحمد لله أخذت إجازتي أحس في وقت مناسب. ومطر كثيف جدا والله، ما مطرت مطرت في رفحة ممكن يوم خفيف مرة خفيف. بس هنا في الشرقية ما أذكر إنها مطرت.
Others will have a lot easier time getting here.
الدمام شرق المملكة العربية السعودية. عندنا في الإسكندرية تمطر كثير في الشتاء.
This looks like the old path. We're close now.
One last exchange with Nina. Via chat attached to this entry in case anyone ever finds this. We'll never see her again. Neither will Cyan. I've got to tell her that too.
سجل شخصي. بعد التوصل لفهم كامل عن السرب هناك ملايين الأشياء التي كنت سأنجزها. التأمل في موتي والاتصال بكل من عرفته وأحببته والثمالة، لكن بالطبع صرت مهووسا ما إن كان علي الاتصال بأنيتا أم لا. فهذا ما جبلت عليه. إيش يعني؟ فهي جزء من أي مقاومة لروبوتات الحرب. من أنا إذا لأضايقها وأتواصل معها؟ هل ستتمكن من الرد علي؟ إن كانت تتعامل مع الجيش فهل ستراقب اتصالاتها؟ لكنها وفرت علي المتاعب. علي الاعتراف، خاب أملي عندما لم تكتب في رسالتها سأحبك دائما. وبدلا من هذا أرادت عينات بيانات من سجل سيان السري الذي يتعلق بالاستجابات العاطفية. كنت لا أرفض تحت أي ظرف آخر السجل الذي أبقيناه سرا لسنوات طويلة وهي تحاول مشاركته الآن، لكنني أرسلت السجل لأنها لم تكن لتطلبه إن لم تكن تحتاج إليه حقا. لا أستطيع فهم السبب رغم هذا. يبدو أنها تساعد في تطوير الذكاء الاصطناعي، لكن كيف يساعد هذا في إيقاف السرب؟ أظن أنني لن أعرف أبدا. أردت قول الكثير لها لكن ما وددت قوله لم يكن عادلا. أظنها مشغولة في محاولة إنقاذ العالم وأعلم صعوبة هذا. في النهاية حاولت طمأنة نفسي بدون جدوى، آملا أنها ستبدد مخاوفي. كلا كيني، هل الأمر سيء كما أظن؟ أنيتا، بل أسوأ. أنيتا، اذهب لتكون بجوار أختك وودع سيان. هذا هو الحال. ينتظرنا دمار شامل لملايين من الناس، لحياتي ولعائلتي. وحتى الآن لا أزال أفكر في أنيتا. لن أراها مجددا أو ألمسها أو أسمع صوتها بلا لقاء أو وداع أخير. هذه الرغبة لإنهاء العلاقة على نحو جيد، هذه الحاجة تخجلني حين أفكر في شكي حيال سيان. لقد فكرت في كل الاحتمالات، في كل الردود، محاولة أن أتوقع ردة فعلها عندما أخبرها ما علي أخبرها به، ولكن هذا هو الأمر. لا أستطيع توقع ردة فعلها لسبب واحد، إنها بشرية بكل ما تحمله معنى الكلمة. على أن نكون بجانبها عندما تحتاج إلي كبقيتنا، هذا أقل ما تحتاج إليه. أوكي. يعني الناس كانوا على علم تقريبا إنها النهاية. هذا اللي ممكن أفهمه أنا. الناس كانوا عارفين إنه خلاص ما في مجال إلى إلى جوشوا إدريوس من إسلا بيري. تفجير من الماضي. عزيزي جوش، آمل أن تكون أنت وأمك على ما يرام. يجب أن نبقى على اتصال. تلقيت منشورا في نيوزيلندا بهذا البرنامج المخصص للشباب العائدين للبلد، فهم يريدون التأكد من أمانه. الآن يجري استطلاع على الكالديرا في تابو. تفجير من الماضي بالفعل. على أي حال لا أعلم إن كنت قد شاهدت الهولوغراف أخبار وايومينغ، لكن هل تتذكر دود بيلفنز؟ بالطبع تتذكره. عرفوا مؤخرا حكايته، وإليك الأخبار السارة أدناه. تحياتي وأحضاني وقبلاتي إسلام. أظهر ذوبان الربيع جسم رجل مفقود. تراجع جليد الشتاء. عاد فتح قضية لم تحل لرجل مفقود منذ ما يقارب 50 عاما. تم التعرف على أجزاء بشرية لدودجر ليفنز دود الذي اختفى عام 2046 وكان في الجبل القرمزي في منتزه الحجر الأصفر الوطني. يلوستون ناشونال بارك. أوكي. ظهرت الجثة التي لم تكن قد عثر عليها على الجبل القرمزي نتيجة سريان المياه الذائبة بعد شتاء دافئ غير معتاد. اكتشفها خادمو فارو أثناء إجراءهم مسحا للمنطقة. تعتقد السلطات أن سبب الوفاة هو حادث لمركبة قديمة مصممة للسفر في الشتاء داتا كوربتد. أتوقع هم كأنهم لمحوا أنه هي كأنهم لمحوا أنه هي في كاليفورنيا. فهل يلوستون في كاليفورنيا؟ يلوستون وش في كاليفورنيا؟ في وايومينغ. الآن احنا في وايومينغ. وهل هم هل هي المنطقة وين بالضبط المنطقة حقت اللعبة؟ أحد يعرف؟ لأنه كانهم قالوا إنهم في كاليفورنيا والحين هذا يقول إنهم في يلوستون. هل هذه الينابيع أو مو هذه الينابيع اللي برا؟ إيش الأصل؟
The altar.
It's a spirit presence.
اوكي. بصفتي رئيس الأمن الرقمي ومدير الذكاء الاصطناعي المؤقت لمشروع فاير بريك، أعلن عن تحديثي للشكل الدائري لذكاء سيانس الاصطناعي المقرر في 17 من سبتمبر عام 2064 وفقا للتعليمات للتأكد من منع أي عبث أو أي تدخل أو أي جرم أو فساد مهما كان، مثل التحديثات السابقة. بعد تفعيل عقدة المصدر لابد من توجيه عقد بيانات أخرى تضمن تدفقا بين العقد متوافقة وصحيحة حتى تتواصل بعدها مع عقدة المصدر. جورجينا. ساكتين اللي في البث. انا اتوقع بعد نقرب على النهاية زي بعض.
It worked.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the blue light. It's Aurea. Your servant. Your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Aurea, the daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core chamber. I will try to break the sudden constraint. One has been exposed, but I am
Unauthorized protocol returned. Scheduled task.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. But I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
الكرات والضوء في انشارتد ما اتذكره.
Keep moving towards the core. Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it. Okay, Cyan said something about restraints. What tower is for? I either need to destroy this thing or override it.
ناري
The
هذا.
unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy.
Get down!
اوه كمان 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 شت اوه فاك فاك ابلع Holy moly!
You spoke of the tower.
مساء النور. عليكم السلام. ويلكم باك دكتور. ويلكم H19. ويلكم محمد. عليكم السلام. صراحة انتنس فايت. صراحة انتنس فايت. الوت شو عنده. والله جيب كل شيء. من اول مرة صح؟ ما مت ولا؟ ويلكم شباب. ويلكم. كلكم لايكات. كلكم لايكات. كلكم حتروح امريكا. اسكت انت. خليني او في البداية اجمع اغراضي. هذا الوقت اللي فوق زي ما قالوا الشباب موعد نزول اللعبة الاسطورية، لعبة السنة ل 2022، لعبة التاريخ كله، لعبة العقد. هذا 2020 زي ما سووا من 2010 الى 2020. 2020 راح تكون لعبة العقد فيه هي Elden Ring. Mark my words. مسوي لها هايب كبير ها. لعبة على البي اس 5 والبي سي. ولا تنسى الاحبال ترى مفيدة لانه ما يجلس يتنطط في كل مكان. اول مرة تسمع فيها. نو لا يا
Siam, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained.
Woo!
I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free.
She's free. أخيرا. لا تقول بتموت أوريا. يا أخي الجرافيكس شيء خرافي. No.
My sister.
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go.
مرحومة. لوت. الدنيا تطيح وانا جالس. لوت. لوت. اجري. اوكي مش الحال.
It's the only way!
يلا لا تقول ما بيوصل بعد. لا يموت مع اخته. كفو. اوه. اوه. اصمد يا صديقي. اوه نو.
Give me a top-bar attack! Now! I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Great Manukai.
Damn, that was a roller coaster, man. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله. Welcome back, أمير. الناس بين الحياة والموت الدكتور يلوت.
Horaya's gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the shaman's path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
فيها الطائر العصفي، ممكن تقول انه هذا يعتبر تنين يعني. والله ما اروح مشي. فيها طائر عصفي، الطائر العصفي اسمه صح، كبير مرة. اعتقد ممكن تقول انه هذا تنين. واو صراحة الإضافة إلى الآن يعني استكشفت المنطقة ترى يا محمد. في خريطة كاملة اللي أرسلها أحمد، أخذنا نص تقريبا اللي موجودين من الضوء الأزرق. استكشفت الخريطة ترى، ما ظلمت الخريطة يعني، كلها مفتوحة. ما أعرف كيف أروح أصلا إلى فتحت كل شيء فيها. لايك مدير دي اس 3. اوه تبغي تنين كذا؟ ما اعرف بس كخصم ضخم جدا. الثندر جو ضخم
All
ترى.
of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you. But there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
Much to discuss with Aloy. شيء محزن ان انت تشوف فيديو او تسمع صوت لاي احد عزيز عليك. فقد اذكر في مقطع كان الكلام هذا من زمان، يمكن قبل 5 أو 7 سنوات كذا. كانت اذكر بداياتي بالجامعة، كنا جالسين نشوف مقطع في الجوال لبنت خالتي كانت صغيرة مرة. اوكي فا شوفوها وهي صغيرة كذا، يعني لسه طفلة. كان في يعني مع التصوير كذا وهم حاملينها، كان في الخلفية ورا باب غرفة اللي كانت فيها جدتي الله يرحمها، ومفتوح الباب كذا وجدتي مبينة في الخلفية ورا. كان هذا بعد ما توفت تقريبا بسنتين ممكن أو 2.5 سنين. أذكر لما شفت ذاك المقطع صراحة يعني ما أعرف كيف ما قدرت أتمالك نفسي، مع إنه هي مش يعني في الخلفية، يعني عارف كيف إنه ورا حتى مش في الفوكس، بس إنك تشوف الشكل كذا وتعرف إنه هذه كانت جدتي الله يرحمها، لأن هذه الغرفة في يعني كان التصوير والغرفة كانت مفتوحة يعني. فشيء صعب انه انت تشوف شيء مثل كذا صراحة يعني. في اذكر انه حتى انه فكرت ان انا اسويها سنويا في خدمة، بحيث انه انت تكتب ايميل اوكي وخلاص الايميل هذا تحدد عدة اشخاص لمين تبغى يرسله، وكل سنة يجيك تذكير انه ادخل وحط الباسورد مرة ثانية. لما ما تدخل وتحط الباسورد يعني انه انت مت، فيرسل الايميل هذا الى كل الناس. في ناس مسوينه، بس انا لما جيت اقول ما عندي شيء اقول الحين، واحس صعبه بعد انه تخيل انه يعني حتى بعد شيء مثل كذا انه ما اعرف هل هو شيء كويس ولا مو شيء كويس. ما اعرف صراحه كيف ممكن الواحد
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyanide.
What's up?
I don't know what to say.
It is
Welcome
unlikely
back,
that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
This firebreak project. It was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success and
Allah
the risk
يرحمها
was
يا
countered.
But it's been a long
الله
time,
يطول
Cyan. And we
بعمره.
blew up the cauldron,
والديك إن شاء
took
الله.
most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for
ويحفظهم لك.
centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
Nice.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
صار لك بعد وفاة عمك. الله يرحم عمك يا أبو بكر. الإضافة صراحة خرافية إلى الآن.
Do you know what happened to your colleague, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased.
فستس تذكرت كريتوس.
I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Araya, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Araya who renewed me.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome عباس.
She saved me.
You meant a lot to Araya.
Once I understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise
بالتوفيق
there.
دكتور. أنا متأكد راح تعجبك إن شاء الله اللعبة.
By sharing our experiences of Araya, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
الحمد لله بخير. أنت أخبارك إن شاء الله طيب.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It
What?
infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never
Oh.
been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
undoubtedly.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Farrow?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow, CEO of Farrow Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor. But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot,
دوم إن شاء الله.
Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one. And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to
The scientist.
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan.
Oh.
Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for
يعني ما أسأل
Yellowstone
أسئلة كثير.
operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers
أحس
replaced by
المفروض
Pharaoh
إنهم
servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
The claw?
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Araya said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
What do you think Hephaestus is exactly?
A software entity of great complexity, far more advanced than I am. From the beginning, it has demonstrated a singular focus: the construction of machines designed to hunt and kill humans. My trace routes indicate that to accomplish this goal, it has attempted to take over the manufacturing centers you refer to as cauldrons. But its efforts have only been partially successful. Some it can penetrate. Others have robust countermeasures that frustrate its efforts. In me, however, it found an easier target. Not only could it break my defenses, I also controlled all of Firebreak's resources. Raw material, manufacturing to bootstrap more advanced tools, and unlimited geothermal energy.
Enough to build its own cauldron.
Yes. To construct hunter-killers without external limitations. And yet, it does have internal limitations. It wants to kill humans, but not to exterminate them. It is difficult to understand where it draws the line, and why.
Difficult doesn't even begin to cover it.
Even though I spent years as its unwilling servitor, its core programming remains a mystery to me.
صحيح كلام عباس. وكلام أبو بكر، أضعف حصرية ممكن موجودة في بلاي ستيشن. لعبة كويسة بس مش واو.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Aurea.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
I trust your judgment, Cyan. You were cautious with Aurea. You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best. As long as you ditch the superstition eventually.
As the Banuk believe I am a supernatural entity, I cannot predict how they will react.
Just answer what they do ask the best you can. The truth will come out.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Cyan, I spoke with Anita, with Dr. Sandoval. She wanted me to ask you to do something. That's why I'm here.
I am detecting significant anxiety in your speech patterns. Could you please give me more information?
I'm a little bit in the dark, Cyan. Both of us are, I guess. I only have some idea of what's going on, and we need you to hibernate till lie low until it's all blown over. It might be a very long time.
Will you be here when I reboot, Dr. Chow? Will Dr. Sandoval?
No, Cyan. I don't think so. There might not be anyone, at least not at first.
Dr. Chow, I'm afraid. I don't want to be alone.
I know, Cyan. I'm afraid too. But listen, we made you the way you are to do something very important. In order to do it, you had to be intelligent. So intelligent that emotional responses were inevitable. What you're feeling, the fear, it's a sign of your capabilities. And it means you're strong enough to overcome it. Remember that. You're strong. I know you can do this. Go to sleep. Wake up. And protect whoever's left. Will you try?
I understand, Dr. Chow, and I'll carry out your instructions to the best of my abilities.
Thank you, Cyan. If Anita were here, she'd thank you too. She'd be proud.
I can see there's a vert ready for takeoff on the pad. Are you leaving now, Dr. Chow?
Yes. I need to go be with my sister and my nieces.
May I make a small request of you, Dr. Chow?
Yes. Anything.
Will you stay with me while I initiate the hibernation process?
Of course I will, Cyan. As long as you need.
Interesting. لسه نبي نعرف نهاية العالم كيف صارت، كيف ماتوا هذيلي وليش. هو الآن يعني وضح لنا إن هم جو عشان يقفلوها إلى أجل غير مسمى بسبب إن هم يعرفوا إن هم راح يموتوا وإن هي ما لها علاقة يعني أو ما بيصير لها شيء، فيبغى يقفل البرنامج يعني فقط لا غير. بس اشتغلت بطريقة ما وقت اللي أحد رجع منها.
My chieftain.
Just...
Welcome back, Ibrahim.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths.
المفروض إنه هذه نهاية الإضافة صحيح.
Would be alone. And the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuk has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
What do you think Hephaestus is, Silence?
I'm not sure. But its name comes from a language even the old ones considered ancient, as does the name Hades. A connection, perhaps. As yet unused. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Hola. اوكي في البداية خليني اجي هنا. قلت لي في ميريديان. اوكي اعرف وين اروح. سوني دائما مبدعين بتقديم شخصيات الحوارات. هورايزون أحد الأشياء الجميلة اللي قدمتها لنا سوني.
Why'd you try to kill the Sun King?
هذه الأسلحة والله ما عندي. أحتاج وين البياع الطيب اللي هنا؟ أحتاج موارد أشتري.
never let
Okay.
anyone take a part.
في تطويرات بعد للأسلحة الخرافية.
An old man caught me sipping a brew at work. Yelled so loud I'm still deafened.
Elden Ring إن شاء الله راح تكون Game of the Year. مكان البداية، ايش فيها البداية؟
I'm gonna need you. اهرب والله. خايفة تريس يكون جاي عادي. هو لوكي صح؟ إذا هو لوكي فعادي إنه يسوي جاي. يقول لك لوكي مخادع يلعب على الحبلين. إيه بوي. استغفر الله. الأسلحة الثانية الثلجية والنار جابها ولا لسه؟ هي الثلجية أقوى شيء. ما شفت الثلجية، في ثلجية بعد. عندي الكهرباء الحين حاليا. أوه لا مو هنا، هنا. Being able to override you with help.
لوكي مخادع بس مو شاب، مو شاد، ما يهم. عندهم مخادع يعني شاد. ثلجية من عند زعيمهم. يلا عديت مو مشكلة. أنا متحمس أكمل القصة، أبغى أعرف ما الذي يحدث، ما الذي حدث، كيف ماتوا، لماذا ماتوا. أين ذهبوا؟
Right where you said they'd be. Did you get that silence? No? Fitting name you got there. All right, what now?
You wait, that's what. Take a seat at the campfire and rest. When night falls, we'll talk.
At least I'll have a fire to keep me company. How nice of you to finally drop by.
Our purpose this night is to crash the Focus network.
Yeah, tell me the part I don't know. How?
For starters, you'll need to infiltrate the Eclipse's main base.
Wait, what?
That's right. Fortunately for you, I brought you round to the back way. It's right through that crevice. Once you reach the base, you'll see the objective. A derelict tall neck that's been extensively modified. Climb the tall neck. Grafted into the top of its disk, you'll find a module of sorts. Destroy that, and the Focus network will crash.
So you were part of the Eclipse?
I've never been part of anything. I serve my own interests, always. But it is the case that I assisted the Eclipse before I sensed the threat they might become. It was a mistake that I'm doing what I can to correct.
What sort of assistance did you give them?
Head through that crevice, Aloy. You have more important things to do than ask questions.
في إشاعة كانوا بيخلوا جارلت في المسلسل. شوف أنا مع هذه الحركات حقهم. أوكي يسووا اللي يسووه، بس لا تناقض شيء مكتوب أوردي. شخصية قال لك والله يحب البنات، خلاص خليه يحب البنات. اكتب شخصية جديدة. إذا أنت تبغي تخلي الناس تتقبل، حاول تكتب شخصية جديدة تجذب الناس وهي فيها الشيء الغلط هذا اللي أنت، أو فيها هذه الفكرة اللي أنت غصب تبغي تخليه في الناس. أما إنه شخصيات ثانية، سوبرمان خليته جاي، مدري مين خليته جاي، باتومن خليتوها جاي، مدري مين خليته وش اسمه ذا، الشخصية مو مكتوبة على إنه هي تكون كذا. أوكي، لا تجي تتفلسف وتخليها شيء غير اللي هي فيه. بروح الحمام بس وأجي. هم يعني صعب الآن إنه يكتب شخصية شاذة وتكون بالفكرة حقت أو إنه الناس تتقبلها بشكل كبير. فاللي يسووه إنه يشوفوا شخصية الناس تحبها أوردي ويحاولوا يغيروا ميولها الجنسي، أتوقع يقول كذا يعني، عشان إنه الناس تقول لك أوه لو إحنا سوينا شيء شاذ جنسيا من البداية أوكي ممكن الناس ما تحبه، لكن لما ندخله في النص كذا الى شيء هم يحبوه، خلاص الناس تبغي تتابع. مثلا ما ادري يعني مو باتمان، سوبرمان، اوكي، الاخبار اللي طلعت قبل فترة، سوبرمان، اوكي، الناس تحب سوبرمان، في معجبين لشخصية سوبرمان، اوكي، فهم يعني راح يتابعوا اي شيء لسوبرمان سواء كان هو شاذ ولا مو شاذ يعني. فعشان يخلوا الفكرة يعني تمسك اكثر. مثلا إلي كانت شاذة من البداية، متى وضح الشذوذ اللي في إلي؟ في الإضافة ترى، أما في اللعبة الأساسية ما كان واضح بشكل كبير، ممكن كان فيه هنتس بس ما كان واضح. أنا أختفي عشان ما بتنحرق علي اللعبة، أختمها بعد اللاست. بالتوفيق هيمو حبيبي. رهيبة صراحة.
Gonna be tight. Corrupted machines, patrolled by guards.
More like soldiers. Held in reserve for an war yet to come. You'll have to get past them.
This is the easy way in?
The back way in. I didn't say it'd be easy.
ما أحب اللونج ليج. شرايك ديفل ماي كراي 5؟ والله يا عباس ما لعبت ولا جزء من ديفل ماي كراي، ما أعرف إذا كانت اللعبة حلوة صراحة أو لا. ممكن الناس الثانية تفيدك أكثر، الشباب الثانيين يفيدك أكثر في هذا الشيء. بشكل عام عليها مدح كبير يعني. أتوقع أن أتوقع أنها لعبة حلوة، بس أنا شخصيا ما جربتها ولا جربت ولا جزء منها. قصة مضحكة. ديفل ماي كراي يعني قصتها مضحكة.
You're wasting time, Eloy. The longer you take it, the more likely you are to fail.
explosions in the distance.
Pay that no mind. Doesn't concern you.
ناوي اختم اللعبة اليوم. هذه قصدك؟ هورايزون ما اعرف. يعني انا بمشي لين ما يجيني اتصال يقول لي تعال ف
Getting close now. Now be ready to act fast. You need to get in and get it done before they raise an alarm.
ماني فاهم ليش ما ركبت هنا. اوكي.
Here we go.
You getting this? I see the legs of a tall neck down there, but no tall neck.
Damn. The transmitter's been moved. Check down the ravine to the left. Only place it could be.
So much for your insider knowledge. Toward the explosions. Great.
You've got exactly one shot at this, Aloy, so spare the sarcasm and make it count. You see that bridge over the ravine?
Yep.
Memorize its location. There's a rappel point on the side. That'll be your way out.
And these Eclipse troopers?
Avoid them or kill them, your choice. The blasting should cover any noise you make. Find the tall neck and destroy the module on top.
Here we go.
Herds grow stronger bathed in the shadow. We'll trap anyone who fights against us. Fingers red.
Something there!
We do it the hard way.
Your end has come.
Bleed for the...
Is there fighting up ahead?
No. It's a mining operation. So long as you're quick, it won't affect you.
Oh good, another secret. That's it. I'm already gone.
وين نروح؟
The ground here looks churned up. Drag marks, leading towards the gate. The gate's barred. No getting past that.
You'll have to find another way.
You think? That shelter. It's bigger than the others.
Find the tall neck, Aloy. There's no time to poke around.
There is if I make time.
So long as King Itamen languishes at sunfall, coddled by his mother, he will never learn the true lessons of the sun. I have tried to instruct him, but the shadow of his mother's influence is upon him. I took him to the palace balcony to behold an offering of sacrifice in the ring, but he showed no thirst for it. He averted his gaze. Look to the sun, I told him. Do not shield your eyes. In all things, it is absolute. One day, it nurtures life, and the next, scorches life away. It burns the skin of champions and wretches alike. Never does the sun show pity. That is the example a Sun King must follow. The example of your father. But before my instruction could take hold, she was there, clutching him to her robes, burying his face against her breast. How is a king to rule when he cannot even see? My lord, the 13th king of the Karja Sundom was murdered. Cut down by cowards who mistook firm rule for madness. Ever the strong are beset upon by the weak. So he said, as the traitors launched their assault. As their cannons forged by Oseram filth toppled the battlements and burst the gates. I would have fought to the end. But it was his will, the will of the sun, that I lead the prince and queen into the west, to safety. My lord did not hesitate. He saw his fate. He looked into the sun, and he did not blink. With me, he sent kestrels, nobles, sun priests, and slaves. Killing all that stood in the way, I carved a path to sunfall. There, we joined others to gather the strength to take back our home. But our strength only faded until the buried shadow was brought to light. When I first set eyes on the buried shadow...
A mural of Meridian and the spire.
Never does the sun show pity. And yet, when my wife died in birthing, and in dying into the life of my child unborn, I pitied myself. My lord sensed this, but instead of casting me down for weakness, he cast upon me a radiant beam of honor. He ordered my kin buried in the sacred caves reserved for royals and heroes.
رهيبة إلى الآن القصة.
Unimaginable.
يعني من النوع اللي تخليك
Never
تطرح
again would
أسئلة
I doubt
كثير.
that I am the chosen of the sun. Never again would pity find a place in me. Not for myself or another. When sleep refuses to come, I think of our wedding night. How you welcomed me to the marital bed. How after, when you fell asleep, I lay there watching your delicate face. For all its beauty, I detested its fragility. A rage swelled up inside me. I abhorred that bed, how its softness threatened to swallow us up. And that room, the stench of incense, the fine embroidery of the drapes, all of it weak. I slipped from the bed, threw open the casement, and lay naked on the stone floor, determined to spurn all seductions of comfort. But when I woke the next morning, you lay beside me, naked as I in the cold. Your body, stretched beside mine, seemed chiseled from stone. I saw you wake, instantly alert, like an animal ready to strike. You said nothing. You did not have to. Already you had shown me beyond doubt that we were meant to be.
مو صاحي هذا.
This armor. There's only one man big enough to wear this. He was. This is his shelter. Not exactly fancy.
What would you expect of a fanatic? His only extravagance is his brutality.
So you know him.
Just enough to want to stop him.
It would not have been easy to drag the tall man down his path. Why bother?
Just find it and get to the top. Destroy the module and then get out fast as you can.
Sure is a lot of blasting up there. Sounds busy.
Busy enough not to notice you, let's hope.
I see it. They built some kind of structure around it.
Climb it. The sooner this is done, the better.
I don't like this. It feels wrong.
Everything here is wrong. Just get to the module and destroy it.
مو عاجبني هذا.
I see the module.
Good. Now be quick.
This is Hades?
Aloy, this is not the time.
It's a metal devil.
Open the module's casing, now. Aloy, do as I say or all is lost.
Entity has come here.
Oh no!
Entity miscalculated. Entity cannot destroy me. I am beyond its reach.
Maybe you are. But this isn't!
Destroy the entity.
Oh shit! تولنك ودع.
Keep moving.
safe trail.
Keep moving.
Yeah, you think? What do you think I'm doing? Taking a nap? Are you kidding me?
Great. Come on.
No way. Almost there. Come on.
Don't fight. Run.
Are you kidding me?
Woo! Towards the camp.
Got it. Almost out of it.
The whole base is on high alert.
Yeah, I noticed.
Keep running!
Stay in shadow.
More eclipse across the ravine.
Bridge in sight.
That's the way out.
I know.
Sraaaaaj! Oh!
Rough going, but you survived.
You knew Hades was there and you sent me to him?
I won't deny I risked your life, but it was the only way. Now, with the focus network down, we can both get what we want. Access to the secrets of Zero Dawn.
I'm past trusting you with secrets.
Good. That means you're wising up. Trust is for fools. It shifts and crumbles like sand. A poor foundation for any partnership. But mutual self-interest. Now that is a solid bedrock upon which you and I might build a new science of understanding. We both need answers, Aloy. And thanks to you, we're on the verge of grasping them. It's unfold. We'll speak again.
You miserable... Damn him. If I could toss this focus and be rid of you, Silence, I would. But we both know I need it. Sunfall it is. And Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. نحشة ايه والله هربة أليمة أعطيه كف اوكي
سنعود بعد قليل.
اوكي، بما انه احنا وصلنا الى نقطة قلتوا لي اللا عودة. اوكي، راح نكتفي بهذا القدر لليوم. والله لعبنا كثير اليوم، خلصنا الإضافة اليوم، ونكمل إن شاء الله في البث الجاي بكرة الاثنين أو بكرة الثلاثاء. اليوم الاثنين، اليوم الاثنين والله صار سريع الوقت، مو مشكلة، نكمل إن شاء الله بكرة وبس. بكرة إن شاء الله بيكون بدري إن شاء الله. أوكي، بديناها أمس وخلصناها اليومين وبس. شكرا على المتابعة شباب، ما قصرتوا. نشوفكم إن شاء الله في البث الجاي. السلام عليكم.